What's happening in Beijing as we speak may be the single most consequential moment in American foreign policy in decades. A sitting United States president has just landed in the capital of China for the first time in nearly 9 years. President Trump has just arrived in Beijing, China, where they rolled out the red carpet for him, quite literally. He was greeted by Chinese Vice President Han Zhang, a military honor guard, a military band, and around 300 Chinese students waving Chinese and American flags in what Beijing officially called a State Visit Plus welcome. That phrase alone, State Visit Plus, tells you everything. It's not a routine diplomatic handshake. Both superpowers know that what happens in Beijing over the next 36 hours can and will reshape the entire world order. And here's what makes this historic. This is the first visit by a sitting United States president to China in almost 9 years. The last being, ironically, Trump himself back in November 2017 during his first term. Not Obama, not Biden, nobody. 9 years of the world's two most powerful nations negotiating at arm's length. And now President Trump walks back into the Middle Kingdom, this time with all the cards and all the leverage in the world. We'll get to that in a moment because it's absolutely extraordinary. Trump didn't just bring diplomats with him. He brought an army of American economic firepower, the likes of which Beijing has never seen walk off a plane. Take a look at this. The band is back together, gang. And it's not just Elon. Tim Cook of Apple, Jensen Huang of NVIDIA, who, by the way, literally flew to Alaska to catch Air Force One at the last minute after Trump personally called him Tuesday morning and said, you need to get on this plane. We're talking Larry Fink of BlackRock, Steven Schwartzman of Blackstone, David Solomon of Goldman Sachs, Jane Fraser of Citigroup, Kelly Ortberg of Boeing. I mean, we could go on and on and on. Larry Culp of GE Aerospace, Cristiano Amon of Qualcomm, 17 CEOs in total. 17. This isn't just a diplomatic summit. This is America's economic and technological might showing up in person in the heart of China and saying, we're open for business, but we're open for business on our terms. Now, on the Chinese side of things, here's what's really unfolding right before our eyes in Beijing. For years now, China wasn't competing in specific theaters around the world, some trade here or some technology there. China was competing everywhere simultaneously, building energy dependencies around the world, embedding financial architecture globally, acquiring port access from the Atlantic to the South China Sea, and most importantly, sustaining Iran as a key strategic asset at one of the single most important energy choke points on the planet. In July of 2025, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi literally promised Tehran that China would continue to support Iran in safeguarding its national sovereignty and resisting hegemonic and bullying policies from the United States. China was Iran's chief financier, their financial, technological, and diplomatic lifeline. Then came Operation Epic Fury. America deployed the doctrine that has defined Trump's foreign policy. Massive military force and economic statecraft applied simultaneously, leaving adversaries literally no window to adapt, reroute, or recover.